Hello friends, today I will show you a multi-tier architecture deployment using AWS and Azure. As you can see in this diagram, this is a Azure application and you can see this is a AWS application which is AWS EC2. So I will show you how to use different cloud in a deployment. Okay, let's start. So first I will discuss this project to you. So you can see an user will interact with Azure AKS, right? Azure AKS. And after that, so the main server, which is Terraform server, by which I will create the infrastructure of AKS. So this Terraform EC2 server will create Azure AKS by implementing Azure CLI. Now, not only that, I will deploy a Jenkins servers also for CI/CD purpose. Okay, let's start. So first, I will show you the GitHub repository for your sorry. Okay, so I will first show you the GitHub repository, the actual what is actual repo, and I will thank Mr. Jaiswal for this application. You can search him on YouTube in DevOps Stack. So you can see their channel DevOps Stack. So I'm thanking Jaisal sir for giving me this opportunity to use this application. Okay, now so in this application, okay, so first I will create the EC2 instances because I need them. So I have already used these two instances. So I already terminated them. So let me create one more. So the Jenkins server for the instance for Terraform instance, I will you can see the Terraform instance. This is monitoring and Terraform instance. So after AKS, I will deploy Prometheus and Grafana for monitoring services. Okay. Now for monitoring service and Terraform server, I will use a T2.micro server, and for Jenkins, I will use T3.micro. Okay, so I will say that it is a monitoring let's say it is a server Terra server. Okay, I will take Ubuntu for an AMI. Ubuntu server 24, that will be fine for me. So I will take Linux as my key pair. I have already uh, I already have a security group, so I will take that, and I will create and launch the instance. as well as I will create an extra EC2 instance for, you can see that for which, for Jenkins server. Okay, so let me create one more instance. Jenkins server. Okay, I will deploy it is in Ubuntu AMI, and I will take t3 dot small. Why? Why I am taking t3 dot small? Because it has two vCPUs and 2 GB of memory. You can see that in t2.micro, it have one vCPU and 1 GB of memory, which is not enough for Jenkins if I use the plugins. Because I will use the Kubernetes plugins, Docker plugins, so it will take a lot of space in Jenkins. Right. So I will go with keypair like Linux, and I have already said you that I have an security group with all ports enabled. Okay, so launch instance. Now I will go with the diagram. You can see that Terra server and Jenkins servers are up and running. So let me open the MoveX term and delete these sessions one by one, and then I will create another session. So search remote host. So this is the public IP of Terra server. The username will be Ubuntu, and I'm going to use private key. Okay. So the private key, here is the private key, here is the private key. I think this one. Linux key or Linux. Okay, it is Linux. So I have to find Linux. Okay, I got it. Okay, accept. As you can see, we got the application. I mean the server. Okay, and I'll create a duplicate session, edit session. Copy the IP address and okay. Okay, so all is done. Now I will rename this application. I mean the server. Rename the server as a Terra server. Terra server. Okay, and I will give a tab color, which will be okay. Let's take green. Terra server, and I will take the Jenkins server, and I will go with the color of this will be red. Take that. I have to relaunch the servers again. So Terra server and Jenkins server. Okay. First, we have to install the updates, right? So sudo apt update, sudo apt update. Let me increase the font size. I hope this will be fine. Now I have the uh, Terraform TF file on this. This is a main TF, provider TF, Terraform TF vars and var.tf. First, I will install the Terraform on my Terraform server. So I will get um, all the installation code or all the resources from internet. So I will not memorize all of them, or I cannot memorize all of them. So I will go to the Google and search Terraform install Ubuntu. First, the first search will install Terraform. So go to the install Terraform section and I will go to the Linux. Now I have to install the Terraform on Terraform server. So I will just copy these codes, these scripts, and just enter them. One by one, I will enter them and the Terraform server will install. It is a release command, and after that I will update the repositories, Ubuntu repositories, and after that I will install Terraform. Okay, so Terraform has installed. Let me check that Terraform is installed or not. Terraform-v. Okay, sorry. Terraform-version version. Okay, Terraform, not Terraform. Okay. So version 1.9.6 is installed. Now Terraform is installed. Now I will clone this repository. I will clone this repository into my Terraform server for this file. Which file? For Azure AKS Terraform file. Why? Because it contains the main.tf, provider.tf, tf.vars, all those requirements will be required for creating Azure AKS. I will explain you, but first I have to clone the repository. So git clone and the repository URL ls. So full stack blogging app is installed. Now let's go inside this application. You can see there are a lot of applications, Docker file, Jenkins file. So this is the Azure AKS Terraform folder or directory. So let me go into the Terraform folder. Okay. So you can see the var.tf, terraform.tf vars, provide.tf, and main.tf. I will explain all these things one by one, but first I have to create those application, I mean the infrastructure, and it will take some time. Okay, so let me see. Let's go and create the application. I mean, in Jenkins server, run the application on Jenkins server. So in Jenkins server, you can see that in Jenkins server, I have to install Jenkins, Docker, Maven. Okay. So the Maven can only installed with Jenkins, within Jenkins. So I don't have to use Maven to install in the server. Jenkins will install automatically. Okay, so I have to install Docker and Jenkins in Jenkins server. So first I will install Docker. I will use this and -y. It will install the Docker. Yes. Now, if I do Docker ps, I will get an error. Why? Because I don't have the permission to use this Docker command. If I do sudo Docker ps, I can use the application because now I am a pseudo user. So I'll just take this and search on the internet. What I say you that what I told you that I will take all the resources from internet. So you can go first. So in Stack Overflow, you can see that sudo usermod add group Docker and to the Jenkins group. So it will implement on Jenkins group. Okay, so I can use this command and also can use this command. Now, if I copy this command and paste this command, so only the Ubuntu, only the Ubuntu user is allowed to use Docker command, but not the Jenkins. So I have to again use this command to use the Docker command for Jenkins. Okay, so for now Jenkins is not installed in this. That's why it gives this error. Okay, so I will install Jenkins and after that I will use this command. Okay, so if I do docker ps, still now I get this error. Why? Because I have to reboot the server. So sudo re, it will reboot the server, and let's go and I will explain all the Terraform commands. So I have used VS Code for creating these commands. let me go and open the folder. Open folder. I have taken all those in, I think, in VS Code. Full stack logging app. Yes. So this is the variable folders. This is the TF var folders. So it will take first resource name. So it is a resource group name. It is the location, Central India location. This is the cluster name. The type will be string. This is the node pool name. The type will be string, and this will be the keyed version. Now I have to take node count. So default I have set 1. So how many nodes I want to deploy in the cluster? That is a node count. And I take the VM size as standard D2 ASV4. Earlier we can also use B series, but recently I see that D only D series or upper than B series we can use in this. Now in TF verse it is a variable names, and this is the resource group name. What will be the name of the resource group? Location will be the Central India because sorry because why because the Central India is located near me because I am an Indian, so the Central India location is near me. Now the cluster name will be my AKS cluster. Kate version is 1.29.7. We can also increase the version, but I don't need right now. Node count will be 1. I can use 2, 3, 4, whatever I want. Node pool name is nodes, and VM size will be D2S. We can also change from this. And we take you to the Jenkins server and try to reconnect. Okay. Now only vars and Terraform TF vars are completed. I have main and providers. I will explain that you later. Then we install the Jenkins first. Okay, to install Jenkins, again I will go to the internet or Google. Jenkins install Ubuntu. So for installing Jenkins, first we need to install Java because Jenkins is depend upon Java. So first I will install Java. I will install this OpenJDK 70 headless version because it is a popular one and most supported. Don't use Java 11 because Jenkins will not run effectively. Okay, so Java is installed, I think. Okay, so Java 17.0.12 has installed. Now I will use the long-term support release for, wait, is this the Jenkins? Uh, yes, this is a Jenkins. Okay, so I will take total. I will copy the total and paste. It is a DNF install. Okay, sorry. So I will get this long-term support. This is a APT1 because I'm using EC2 Ubuntu server. That's why I should get APT version. Now, so in the provider, what we said that this is a TF vars. I mean, it is a variable, and this is a Terraform TF vars. Now, this is the provider. This is the main thing by which Terraform understand. Yes, that I have to create the application or the infrastructure on Azure. So this is my subscription ID. Don't copy this. And this is the main file where I have introduced the resource group. First, I introduced the resource group. This is the var rg name. So from var rg name, it will take rg name from test rg. Location will be var location. So the location will be location in central India. Now the resource. I will explain this one later. Let me install and set up the Jenkins. Jenkins -brsi version. Okay, Jenkins has already installed. Let me check sudo system ctl status Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins is running fine. Now I will take the IP of this Jenkins server, and you know the Jenkins server is running. Jenkins server actually runs on 8080 port. Now I have to take the password from this directory. So sudo cat and so this is the password. Okay, sorry. Continue. Install suggested plugins. So it will take some time. Okay. Now let me explain you the Kubernetes clusters. So name will be the name. The Kubernetes name will be var.cluster name. You can see that cluster name will be my AKS cluster. Kubernetes version is var.k8 version. So var will be represented as variable and k8 version as 1.29.7. The DNS prefix. So the application which I deploy on the which I deploy, it will act as a load balancer from AKS cluster. Now I can also use the DNS for the clusters. So the cluster DNS will be, the cluster name of the DNS will be in cluster name. So in the cluster name, where is the cluster name? My AKS cluster. Okay. Now I have to create the node pool. Now in the default node pool, I have to give the node pool name, node pool count, and what is the VM size of the each node. and after that I will identify as system assigned. Okay, so I have to wait for this application, I mean the Jenkins, to install all the required uh, you can see there's pipeline syntaxes or pipelines installed in this. So you can see all those things here. GitHub branch resource. So all the plugins will installed right now, and it will refresh right now, and we can get the admin user page. So my name is Somik. I will give the password as 1234 and 1234. Full name is Somik Mondol, and I will give a demo, any demo mistake. It will not verify me. Close, never, and 7 finish. Now I have to install some plugins for running all those clusters. Okay. So first I will go to the plugins, available plugins. First I will install pipeline stage view, and after that I will install all the Mavens. Okay, so Maven, Maven integration. Now I will use Kubernetes client API, Kubernetes credential I don't need, and Kubernetes CLI. After that, I need Docker pipeline. I think I don't need any of that right now. Okay. Don't need. And I have to integrate Java for building the application. So for that, I need Eclipse. Eclipse. Yes, Eclipse. This one. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I don't need any other. Okay. Install. It will start installing, and after install, it will just restart. We have to wait for some time. Hmm. Okay, it's just restarting. Oh. So Jenkins has installed, Maven has integrated, and Docker has installed. Okay. Now, what is the username? So MIK Somik and 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. I have to manage some tools. I have installed some tools now. So I have to manage those tools. Okay, so Maven. In Maven, I have to install Maven 3. Maven tools, I will install Maven 3 and install from Apache or anything. I don't need any other. Okay. In JDK, I will go for Java, install automatically. The install, this will install from this, and I will use JDK 11.17. That will be fine. Maven is done. Okay, Docker will be installed. Docker Maven 3 default git already installed. JDK, I think all has done. I hope all has done. Oh, save. Now, I think I have to create a credentials. Okay, yes, I have to create a credentials which is Docker Hub credential. Add credential, username, password, username will be. So you can go in my Docker Hub login, sign into Docker Hub. Username will be mix page. Continue. Password will be, I will not say the password. So I successfully in the my Docker Hub repository. So I will give my username, password will be this one, ID will be Docker credentials, Docker Hub credentials, and I will create. Okay. Now let me create the Terraforms. Okay. So I didn't create the Azure AKS, right? So I have to create those, right? So for Azure AKS, I need to install Azure CLI. So now go to the internet and just type Azure CLI install. Go in Linux version, and you can just copy this and it will install Azure CLI. You can use this. You can see that this is option 1 and this is option 2 to install all those things, but you can use just these to install all the things at once. I mean, all the commands at once. So let's wait for some minute to install Azure CLI. Okay, it's done, I think. Now, is it VRSION? Okay, just leave that. Now I have to log in to the Azure CLI. So AZ login. Okay, you can see I get an error, right? So I have to install. If I do this command on, um, okay, first I will tell why I got this error, because I don't have a browser installed on this server. So it will not redirect me to the any browser, or uh, in any browser. I have to go in any browser and I have to um, mm, log into the Azure server. I mean Azure console. Okay, but I can use AZ login with device code for using. You can see that what I want to say. So Azure login use device code. If I do this, it will give me and sign in URL, which is HTTPS Microsoft device login, and I got an device code of this. I have to give this code to authenticate with this server. Now the go to the URL and I have to give the code. So I have to give this code and it will redirect me. Okay, it will redirect me to this page. I have to, oh, sorry for that. I have to go and attach my cable. I don't have any charge in this laptop. Are you trying to sign in Microsoft Azure CLI? Obviously, yes. Sorry for that. Okay, I got my power. Now I can cut this and you can see the subscription and tenant I have to use, but I have only one tenant and subscription, so I don't need any other. Okay, so now I can go ahead and use Azure CLI command. Now, let me try Terraform. Okay, so you can see if I do ls, you can see or ls hyphen rtr, you can see that these are var.tf, terraform.tvars, and provider.tf, main.tf. So I will initiate the Terraform to create all those things. Okay, so first I will try Terraform init. After that, I will go ahead and try Terraform plan. It will just give me an overview which are which will be created after I use Terraform apply command. Okay, so you can see it will DNS the DNS prefix. So I can know these are after creating the application. I mean after creating the infrastructure. So I will go ahead and do Terraform apply hyphen auto approve. So it will gradually create all those infrastructure on Azure. Okay, so it started creating. Now let me go to the dashboard and create a job. So I will create the job as full, okay, full stack application, full stack application. Okay, this will be a pipeline and okay. First I will go and only build two builds, the GitHub project. So I will go and copy this one. And after that, I will go ahead and try hello world. Okay. Or I can go ahead and I can copy this one. I will explain all those things one by one. Let me copy this one and I will explain you. Okay. So it is a start as a pipeline. Agent will be any. So it is a local agent. So I can use agent as any. And I hope I have used this as a JDK 17. I earlier used this as a JDK 17, but I can use, okay, let me go to the manage Jenkins and tools section. I need the tool name. Where is JDK? Okay, okay, I named as a Java. So So I will use as a Java. So JDK will be Java, Maven will be Maven 3. Maven 3. Okay, done. Now in the stages, first stage will be git clone. So it will clone the git repository by using this step. How I got this step? You can use the pipeline syntax command. Go to the git. Where is that? Git. I have to give repository URL. We go to the repository URL. My branch is main branch. I don't have any credentials. Create pipeline. You can see git branch main and then URL. This is the same thing. Okay, after that I will compile with Maven compile command, and after compilation, I will test the code. If there are any error in the code, it will show me in this. After testing, I will build the Maven and create the jar file. Now after jar file, I will use Docker to build um, Docker to build the Docker image, and I will push the Docker image to my repository. Docker Hub repository. Right. Now, how I got this? Let me go to the same pipeline syntax, and with Docker repository, here I will give Docker repository URL, but I don't have any URL. Docker installation will be from Docker. Registry credentials will be this one. I don't have a Docker registry URL, and create. So you can see I got this. Now I will go, and inside script you can see that these are inside steps, but I have to use script block to run these commands. So inside script I have to use this command. Okay, so I will copy this and paste in this, and I can delete this one. So it will build the Docker. I hope you can see this. With Docker registry, the credentials ID will be Docker cred, which I have already created in the credentials folder. And after that, the tool name will be Docker. So it used the tool name as Docker. So that's why I didn't mention the tools here, because it will take the tool name here. So I will go and sh by sh command, I will build the Docker image by this name. Okay, and after that I will push the Docker image to my Docker repositories. Okay, so I hope the cluster has already created. So let me check the cluster. This is my AKS cluster. You can see the credentials are already given. So you can see the API server address. I can use this API server address for another use. And we can connect from here. So we can use a login I already used is a account set because I have only one account, but let's use this also. Now this is the cluster credentials by which I can use the cluster here. I mean in this server. If I go ahead, okay, first of all, I don't have kubectl. So how I will see the clusters? I have to first install kubectl. Okay, so let me go to the kubectl and install search kubectl install Ubuntu. I just forgot I have to install kubectl. Okay, so I can use these. These are the installation commands. Native package management, native package management will be fine for me. Okay, so let me install the kubectl. Okay, I will take this. It will be fine. I will update the repository and install this package repository. It will update the package repository. After that, public keys for this repository. After that, I don't think I don't need this one, but add appropriate Kubernetes apt. Okay, it is a Kubernetes apt repositories. Okay. After that, I will use apt get update to update the repositories and install kubectl. Now I have installed kubectl. You can see that kubectl hyphen sion version. Kubectl hyphen v, I think. Sorry. You can see that kubectl has already installed. So the how to get the version? Only version. Okay, let me try that. Okay, so kubectl already has a version 1.31.1. Okay, now now if I go ahead and use kubectl hyphen kubectl get nodes, I will get refused, right? Now you can see that I have used the Terra server for kubectl, but in the CI/CD, I use this CI/CD for Jenkins server. So I need to use AZ login. Okay, AZ not found, so I have to install AZ here also. Okay, so AZ CLI install, I have to install AZ here also. So install AZ CLI. I will copy this one and paste here. It will install all the Azure CLI commands. After Azure, I will install the kubectl because actually I have to interact via Jenkins server. So I have to install this one. Now already done. Now I have to install the apt repository, update the apt repository. Now I have to install the kubectl. So that's why I need these commands. I hope this will be fine. Okay, let me try to run all those things without deploying on the deploy stage. I will save and try to build. Check check the console output. Okay, it is unpacking the GitHub. Install the JDK. Still installing the JDK. Okay, give this a time. Beside that, let's try cube here get sorry kubectl get nodes, but I cannot get any kubectl here. Why? I have to log into the Azure server, Azure server. After that, I can access the uh, AKS server. So AZ login. I will get an error. Yes, I know. I have to use this code. Give this. I will go in. Okay, this repo, not repo. This URL and give the code. Now you can see that I have successfully logged into the Azure CLI. So now I will connect to my uh, Azure by Jenkins server. Uh, I should not get this error. So I got a failure, but first let me go to the Azure and use this command. Monday. Yes, you can close this window. Okay, okay, I got that. So if I go kubectl get nodes, I will not get anything. So I will go and account set this one and get the AKS get credentials. Now if I do kubectl get nodes, I can successfully get the nodes. Now let me take you to the Jenkins server and let's get what I it is a error. Git clone is fine. I got error from compile. So Maven is not successfully installed, I think. Okay. Maven 3 is the main thing, right? 17 was there. Okay. Let's check the error. Let me try one more time. It will give me an error. I know. Let me check that. What is the error? Okay. Building Twitter app. And actually compile the app, but I got an failure in this. Okay. Okay. What I have done, the error I have done, let me check that also. Then compile. Maven compile. Sh Maven compile. Okay, it should compile. Okay, let me go to the. Let me duplicate this and check the Maven tool. It is Maven 3. This is fine. This is fine also. Okay. Maybe something I have done wrong. Let me check the plugins. Maven. Pipeline Maven integration. Maybe this one. Pipeline plugin API. Maybe the issue has fine. So in DevOps, all we get these errors, but we have to uh, check all those errors and find the issue. Okay, I will go to the dashboard, full stack application, and start building now. Let's. I think right now it is installing the Maven because I didn't uh, install the. I mean, didn't check the Maven integration. So it is installing the Maven. Okay. Let me go to the console output. I think yes. No, I got an error again. Okay, it is the error. 11. Okay. Mm, where I get maybe I use Maven. Maybe the 11 is fine, I think. Maven installation is also correct. Okay, so maybe the issue is from JDK 11. So let's take JDK 17. I can use this one, JDK 17, and save and try to redeploy things, I mean rebuild things. Let's try that. I hope this will. Okay, this gives me an error also. Okay, so I changed the name actually. So go to configuration and use JDK 17. JDK 17. Now try to build. It is installing the Java. Yes, JDK 17. It is installing JDK 17 from Adoptium. Let's see. I hope it will run fine. Okay, I think JDK X. Oh, so JDK 17 is the main issue. So this package is running on JDK 17. So I have to check the JDK 17, not JDK 11. Okay, so maybe this will go fine. I hope this will go fine. So it will be build right now and then build the image by Docker image, and after that it will deploy on not deploy actually, it will go in the Docker hub, and after that, okay, I got an error on Docker hub. Okay, let me first take Docker create tool name Docker. Yes, this will be fine, I think. Mixed page and logging in latest. Okay, why I am got this error? Let me take you to the console output. You can check that why I got this error. I got this error because I don't have any permission, right? So I have to go here on the Jenkins server and use the same command. You can see that where I use the command uh, not this, not this, not this, not this also. Okay, you can see that I used this command sudo user mode add the group or at the group docker, and what is a user, the user will be ubuntu user for this command. But if I use Jenkins and then sudo reboot, it will actually restart and add the Jenkins user to the docker group. Okay, so we have to uh, be patient for this. It will take some time to reboot. We have to wait for this. Okay. Now it's just restarting. That's why I am getting this error. Mhm. So make and 1 2 3 4. Now let's try build again. I hope I will not get this error again. It is testing. So by uh, giving the command ambient test to test the package, and after that it will build the package. You can see the ambient test. It will now going to the ambient package to build the Maven package. After Maven package, I hope this will run fine because I have already give the Docker image. So you can see the console output. Let's go to console output. Okay, it is pulling and building the image. Okay, it is building the image. Okay, so I got a success message. Now I have to go ahead and deploy the application. I have to go ahead and deploy the application on Kubernetes. Now you can see I got this Kubernetes config file. So I have to go ahead, and you can see that if I do ll, so you can see here a cube.cube folder. If I go to the .cube folder, you can see this is a config file. If I get this config file, you can see this is a hash. So actually, um, it is a hash encryption, because if I give this, if this is not a hash encryption, we cannot give this config file to everybody. Okay, so that's why this is a hand encrypted. So I have to copy this config file up, up to this API version and copy this. Now I will go and create a config file. I have already created one, this one, so I will delete this one and paste. Now I will save this one. Now I need to give this config file to the Jenkins. So what I can do, I can just go in pipeline syntax, go to the Docker, not Kubernetes. What is a Kubernetes config file? Okay, with Kubernetes config file, credentials will be, I will add the credential. It will be a secret file. What is the file? File is, what is the file? Okay, this is the file. ID will be cube config, and description will be Kubernetes config file. Add. I don't. So I will select the credentials. I don't have all those things. So I will create this one, and I will copy this, and just I will paste. Okay. Now I will just go and sh kubectl create hyphen f. You can see the deploy and service YML file. I have integrated in same file. So this is a deployment file, and this is a service file. So in I will explain this later. Let me first create this. Sorry. Okay. And I will save this, and I will build now. So you can see that it is a deployment, API version deployment. Metadata will be blogging app deployment. So the replicas will be 2. Now the image will be mixed batch blogging app latest. You can see that this is the image. This is the image actually. It will pull the image from here, because I already gave him the description as a image pull policy. Always it will always pull the image from Docker Hub, and it will run on port 8080. Now in service, the type of service will be a load balancer. The target port will be 8080, and the load balancer port will be 80. So it will run on HTTP port. Okay, so I think it is deploying Docker image. Now it will create. Okay, I got an error. Okay, it is a part. Mm. Let me go to the console output and check this one, why I am getting this error. Let me try to create from here. Why I got this error? kubectl is already installed, right? kubectl get nodes. Yes, cd var lib Jenkins ls. Okay, so I have to go workspace. Yes, workspace, and I got this full stack application CD. Full stack application. And if I do kubectl create hyphen a deploy.service.ml is creating. So why I got this error? Okay, actually I didn't give the name of this. Now it will run fine, I think. Wait now. Let me delete these because service has deleted and deployment has started deleting. It will delete after some time. So after deleting, it will create the deployment. So I hope you learned something from me. I kept this as raw, but I know it goes above 1 hour. So all the services are deleted. I hope this will work fine. Okay. Now kubectl get svc. I got this external IP. If I go and copy this IP and paste this IP here, it will take some time. It will take about about a minute to get the response. Let's see. I hope it will run fine. Okay, you can see. So this is the main aim for this video. So all I can say, thank you DevOpsSec for giving this application to me. So I can log in, but I have to register first. Let me take my name and 1 2 3 4 register. Registration successful. Let me take another 1 2 3 4. Registration is successful. Let's now log in. So make 1 2 3 4 log in. So I successfully log into the application. Now I will add a post. Hi all, thank you for watching till end post. Now I will log out from here and I will go and use the username as mixveg, give the password, and I can see the post by Soumik. Now I will add post hello all I want to become a cloud DevOps engineer. Okay, so this is the end of this video. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you. I will log out and try to log in again just to close. Thank you. Hi. So now after deploying the website on Azure AKS, I will now monitor this application. So for this, I will install Prometheus and Grafana. Let's start. How to monitor Prometheus and Grafana in last video, I have installed Terraforms in the Terraform server. Terraform in the Terraform server, which I use to deploy the infrastructure on Azure AKS. Now I will use same server to deploy Prometheus and Grafana. Now for that, I will install Prometheus. Let's go to the Prometheus IO download. You can see this is the Prometheus download. So I will copy this and wget paste. It will install the Prometheus. And for log generation, I will use Blackbox Exporter. Wget so you can see that Blackbox Exporter and Prometheus has installed. Now I will untar these tar files. So tar xvf blackbox, okay, tar, not tra, and tar Prometheus. Okay, now I will go and delete this. It will take space. Sudo rm v tab. Okay, not that, not that. Yes, and sudo rm Prometheus. Okay, and I will rename this black box and Prometheus. Sudo mv blackbox sudo mv Prometheus. cd black box. You can see the black box is this. This is an executable file. You can see that ls-ltr. So this have this file, sorry, this folder has an executable. This folder is executable. This, sorry, this file is actually executable. Sorry for that. So I will do dot blackbox and ampersand because I want to uh, deploy this application on background. Okay, so it is running on 9115. Let me check this Terraform server. 9115. Okay, Blackbox is running fine. cd. Now I will go to the Prometheus. cd Prometheus ls. Now I will edit this prometheus.yml to uh, get the deployment, I mean not deployment, get the information from Blackbox. Okay, so sudo vi prometheus.yml. Okay, so if I go to the Prometheus download, you can see the black box. I will go here and I will take the scrap config, this one. I will copy this job name. Okay, Control C, and after that I will paste this one here. I will, if I static configs, not static configs. Okay, and after that I will just delete this static configs. Sorry, scrap configs, I think. Yes, I will go ahead and do these things. Control, okay, not control, escape, colon WQ. Okay, now I will start the Prometheus server. And ampersand to run it is in background. Prometheus is running on 9090. So 9090. This is the matrix. And if I go to the target health, you can see black. We can get the black box. You can see the black box. Okay, so it successfully integrate the black box. Now I will install Grafana. Okay, so I will use these commands to install Grafana on this server. It will update the repository and it will install Grafana. Now, okay, so Grafana will run on port 3000. Okay, let's take the status of Grafana. Systemctl status Grafana. Okay, sorry. Actually, I have to run this command to run Grafana. Now the Grafana will start, I think. Okay, let me check this. Okay, Grafana is enabled. So why not Grafana is running on the server? Okay. So Grafana has started. So the initial username will be admin and password will be admin. Let's new password as 1234 1234. Now I will go into the data source, add data source, Prometheus, name will be Prometheus, it's okay. Localhost 1990, it will be fine because why localhost? Because it is running on the same server. Prometheus is running on the same server and Grafana is running on the same server. Because, that's why I'm going to and have a test. It is successful, and now I will import a dashboard. Now I'll go to the web and search Blackbox dashboard ID. So you can copy this copy ID, paste, load, import. Okay, data source. It will be Prometheus. Import. You can use last 5 minutes and refresh will be this one. I think I made a mistake. Where I made a mistake, I will show you where I made a mistake. I have to check this application. Now, I didn't give this application's IP address anywhere. So, Prometheus download again. I have to go Prometheus download, Blackbox, and I just have to delete these commands. Okay. Hmm. To go to cd Prometheus ls sudo vi prometheus.yml and not example.config. Actually, I have to give this IP address. Okay, escape wq ls. Now I have to kill the Prometheus and restart it. So pgrep Prometheus. I have to kill this command. Okay. And again I have to initiate the Prometheus. You can see the Prometheus has stopped working. You can see that Prometheus has already stopped working. So and ampersand to run in background. It will run again. Now it will take the target as this. If I so this is, you can delete this one, or you can say, okay, the status code is 200, HT version 1.0, SSL not no SSL, and status is up. So we can check this, and this is the whole diagram. Okay, so this is the Prometheus diagram, and this is the Grafana. Okay, so you can see that every 5 seconds it's actually getting updates, HTTP response. So if I do anything here, I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, log in. Okay, so make 1, 2, 3, 4, log in. Okay, I have to register again, I think. Registration successful. So make 1, 2, 3, 4, close and add a post. I am Somik Mondol post. So it will reflect on this. So thank you all. Thank you and bye.